supposed to take permission
Even
from her
if
mother.
she's an adult.
You just go for medical checkup.
So she should not revenge. She should not tell her mother. She should not tell her grandmother. Is that what you're saying, Chamber Boy? After the medical check, she should just keep quiet about it because it's haunting her. That's the truth. This thing is haunting her, and we are privileged that we are the first people that she's sharing it with. But I believe it is a problem that has been eating her up. So do you think she should just end with the medical check and then not go to explain what happened to her grandma or her mother? And for the guy, you think he should just go scot-free like that in the name of he's innocent?
Well,
anyway, I was reading Quincy's message.
Thank you, Miss
Let me
Leah.
go back to Quincy's message. She said, okay, shit happens. First of all, you have to accept what happened. Try to move on while learning from it. Secondly, telling your family for now is an option, because right now you are traumatized, so you can wait till you're ready. Okay, it's not an option, because right now you are traumatized, so you can wait till you're ready to talk about it. Or telling your mom too is a relief, because right you need a show right now. You need a shoulder to cry on.
Definitely.
She will be a better person to help you get over this situation. Considering the fact that your mom is strict, you just have to deal with it. Every mom has his or her own vibe. Very true.
That's definitely true. I mean, no matter
Not
how
every
much
mother will take this lightly.
I see most of these strict parents, when their children falter, at one point they always realize that it is their fault. So they just shrink and then bring you in, like, to give you all the support that you need. We're not saying that everybody is the same, but at the same time we're not saying that everybody is the same. Like, if you understand me, as in people are different in different ways. She could take it wrongly and she could take it rightly, but you would never know till you go to her.
There are parents who will say that this thing happened because of, like, it is your fault.
Exactly. But there are some,
you deserved it, you went to look for it, so you have gotten it, so it's your problem. But there are other parents that even though they will say it is your fault, they will still, after scolding you, they will take you by the other hand, bring you back to themselves and try to console you. And
it is from sleep with you and he has achieved his objective. Please just forgive yourself and avoid such invitations. Someone who loves you will never do such a thing to you. Please stay safe. You know that most times these things happen to people that cannot turn down certain invitations. Like, there are some people that really like alcohol. The alcohol might be their weak point, and when you just ask them, would you take alcohol? Would you take alcohol? Of course they would accept. Some people is food, some other people is just having a good time generally.
Yes.
It's always very difficult to turn it down. So we just have to be very careful, because you can never know somebody completely.
This case is even much more difficult because it's someone that she had been going out with, and somebody that she likes.
But
because
they
she
had
said
actually
energy clicked.
their energy clicked, but they had never gone out together. And I liked the fact that
she said they usually go out. They went for a few outings, but after when they traveled, yes, they did go for a few outings, but never during the night. And then when they moved now to the grandma's house, report him to authorities so that he can maybe be jailed, or he will pay. He will pay for his sin. Yes, face the consequences of his action. Or a voice message and advice. We're also thanking Chobo was our first caller, and shout out to all of you who are listening right now who are still thinking of if you should call or not. Please feel free and come to the aid of this girl. She has been raped, and if you know any organization or structure you think she should call,
fight for these things,
feel free to call us and let us know. She is listening and she'll definitely learn from this program. And in case you want to do that, you can reach out to us on our original number, which is 655-0960. Okay, we have a call on the line.
It's Austin.
Austin.
Wow, it's been a while, Austin.
My goodness.
Happy New Week.
My own contribution is that when you go talk about the law, I should go to the law. With the law, we need to have proof. He does not have any proof to show that the guy raped her.
Yes.
Because at that spot, the moment that the incident happened,
She was supposed to go to the
she don't have anything to say so that they can trust the guy and send the guy to jail. What I would just say her is that she should need to be very careful. She just needs to let it go
Mm-hmm.
and she go to medical checkup and she needs to be very careful because guys today the world is very bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my own idea I have to give her.
Okay, thank you so much, Austin.
Do have a beautiful day.
Wow. Come to think of it, you definitely need to wait for some of your messages.
Rapping on the beat.
I know it seems surprising. I go off my phone, tell him I'm in a meeting. I wanna feel your body squeezing so tight. Cannot explain this feeling. Come make me start the breathing. Make me blow off this ceiling. The way you love this girl, Joanna, Joanna, my Joanna, my Joanna. Hola, 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 Joanna, Joanna, my Joanna, my Joanna. Communication, computer engineering, journalism and mass communication, teaching. Quality, affordability, and flexibility. Welcome to Jimit Higher Institute, an institution under the academic supervision of the Yaoundé 2 and Bamenda universities. Jimit Higher Institute offers you a stable framework for quality training provided by potential facilitators for quality results in HND, bachelor's degree, and professional masters. Jimit Higher Institute offers trainings in medical and biomedical sciences, tourism and hotel management, home economics and social economics, legal careers, network and telecommunication, computer engineering, journalism and mass communication, teaching, education and professional development, business, finance and management, maritime and ministry.
I had to home. You know what you do? What we used to do in primary school when they're reciting the times table, when they already reach 7 times. You know, I
just following the crowd.
Exactly.
And
Anything
that rhymes.
do that because I was in front. I was not a backbencher.
Oh my god.
So you know when you do the you open your mouth and you move your lips a little bit so it seems like you know the lyrics, and that's what we're just doing right now. It's preferable we just hum than to give you wrong lyrics. We don't want to intoxicate your ears. And before we went on the quick break, we were reading out some messages and we said we were giving you time to compose your messages. As the esteemed judges that you are, what advice would you give this woman? Or what do you think she should do? Now that she has been raped, she is in regret and she wants to get back at this guy, and at the same time she's scared to talk to her mother about it, who is strict, and her grandmother as well. So what do you think she should do? But while we went on a break, we received a voice message from SB. So let us hear what SB has to say as per this problem. Okay, but before we get into her voice message, let us take the other messages that came in during the show. We have one from Ta. Okay, so Ta says he says, oh dear, this one is pretty difficult, and this is one of the reasons why many ladies will call men scum. Truly, this experience will grow into resentment for the male gender in your heart, but actually there's pretty little you can do to hurt him apart from seeking justice in the course of law. My advice is that you seek therapy. You might not know it, but slowly you may develop hatred for all men in general. What has happened, and it hurts me when I think of it as a guy. And I can imagine how you feel. You will need to pick up your life and walk ahead, and in future don't accept dates except you're going with another friend. And be watchful of those of those you drink with. Monitor your drink and dishes whilst you're out. It's okay to cry. You lost your dignity, but if you can pick up from where you are and set up certain boundaries that can help you heal, then I believe all will work out well. My fear is not what you will do to the guy. My fear is what will happen to you if you do not heal from that experience, and if you do something that you regret in future. So please pause and deal with the trauma. Cry if you need to, then wake up and get to the point of acceptance. It takes time, but remember, you alone have the yam and the knife in your hands. Your loved one, dear sister.
Oh,
Wow.
that sounded like a love letter.
Oh, this
or
person is
a
so
consolation letter.
So kind and so thoughtful.
Thank you so much. Who was the message from again?
That was her happy Ta from Damas.
Thank you very much, Hapita. I mean, your message equally touched me, like very deep down in my heart. Thank you very much for that message.
Oh, that's so kind. Anyway,
You said
okay.
we had a
Shout out to you, Happy, for this
have a
thoughtful
caller on the
message.
line.
Hello?
Jama boy,
Hello.
Why is that guy complaining? Has the guy terminated the relationship?
they are not in a relationship.
They're not
Jama
in a
boy.
relationship. They were just, I like you, you like me.
No, but so many guys are falling victim like that. So that they are still, at least the relationship is still going on.
No, I don't think she was dating, because she did not say her boyfriend. She just said, I met this cute guy and this happened, but she did not mention where they started dating. And I think if they were already dating, she wouldn't have posted.
No, she's not only the first girl you encounter to. So many guys are falling victim like that.
Yes, but she was changed contact until one night when they had to go out at night after one bottle of ice. He apparently, according to her, drugged her, and she found herself naked in her room. Even if they were dating, I don't think it really seemed proper after, because based on what she said, the last agreement was that please take me home,
Yes.
because she was already tired, she was already drunk, she was no more herself, so she asked that they should take her back home. So he would have taken
We
her
have
back
another
to the
caller on
house.
the line.
Hello.
Yeah, let her visit that guy again and see that and see his reaction. Whether he will come out.
Okay.
Miss Leah, you were actually explaining the story of the day, because Terence just wrote us now and he says, "Good afternoon. It's Terence from EMEA. Please just join in. What is today's problem?" So if you can please continue. So
Okay,
Terence can
so I
hear.
was talking about thank you, Terence, for joining us first of all. So for today's problem, it's about a young girl who has been raped by a guy she used to like, because she met this guy and they bonded, they exchanged contacts, they started going out, and then she traveled out of town to go and stay with her grandma. Since her mother was supposed to travel, she had to move into her grandma's house, which is out of town. And apparently in that town she met that guy again, and he decided that he was going to take her out for a night. She took permission from her grandmother and went. She couldn't go out at night because of her strict mother, but this time she was with the grandmother and she took permission from that grandmother. The grandmother permitted her to
and
go.
favors.
I'm telling you, grandmother knows how to. They always love to pet their grandchildren, so she did not deny her that permission. But when they went out, she said she took just one bottle of ice, and started feeling dizzy. And she asked that the guy should take her back home, but by morning she woke up, she noticed that she was in his house naked.
So she thinks that she was drugged.
Yeah, she thinks she was drugged
The guy
and
had slept
obviously
with her.
raped. Yes, and now she's really angry about it. She's unable to talk to her mother because her mother is strict. She's even scared to tell the grandmother, but one thing that she knows she wants to do is to get back at this guy, and she doesn't know how to. So that's what we brought the problem here to you all, to tell us what you think she should do.
Of course, Terence, we hope that you've been able to get the full story, so we definitely await your reply or more like your advice to this particular problem of today.
And on this note, I think we should give a shout out to our listeners, for those who were very much active last week. We had Gilbert, we had Chumba Boy. Chumba Boy has been calling today back to back. We also had Mr. Anyam, who was there to give
Definitely
counsel
our
with
biggest
so
judge.
much wisdom. Yes, and to every other person like Chris and Isaac, Claude, and his
Wrestler
dear
from
mother,
Tabiken.
and Frida. Shout out to Frida too.
Frida.
Yes, we're giving you a special shout out. Thank you for being consistent with the show, and we await your messages for today's problem.
Definitely. So before Chumba Boy called, we had a message that came in. It is from Etel from Etugebe. Etel says, "You already told us that the guy is cute. Just this alone is enough to make you vulnerable around him. Avoid taking alcohol when out with guys, except there are people you can count on 100%. Men are unpredictable, my dear. You don't have any proof to show for what happened, but please go back, check yourself, and be sure that you're free from diseases, especially HIV and pregnancy. Then, if you can report him to your grandma or mom, or you can forgive him and let it go. Learn your lesson. Most importantly, learn to identify the red flags in cute guys. The cute is in quotes. Because most of the times, I mean, everybody of course wants to date a fine man or a fine woman, so we allow this fineness cloud our judgments
And forget about checking the man's
The most important
personality
things.
or the partners.
Yes.
It could be a man and or a woman.
Character
You
too.
focus on the physical. You forget to try to look for what's in that person, the contents within that, fine look.
Fine, look. Okay, we have a voice message that just came in now. Let us get to listen and hear what this person has to say.
Hello, Judging Affairs. Happy New Week.
Happy New Week,
I hope I know
ST.
you really finished.
Welcome, my sister.
Today, pretty young lady, wherever you are, I just want to let you know that you're not alone. Yeah, you're not alone. And on behalf of everybody, we are really sorry for what happened to you. And I don't want you to blame yourself for what happened. Yeah, you're going to feel bad and every other thing, but bear in mind it's not your fault. Secondly, I will advise you to open up. I don't want you to keep it to yourself. I want you to open up. If, I repeat, if your grandma is trusted, your mom is trusted, and being scared of your mom's reaction shouldn't be you scared about what she might say to you. This guy deserves to be punished. A lot of people are going to blame you and like, oh, why were you first of all going out? Why were you? No, ignore all those thoughts. Put it behind you. I repeat again, it is not your fault. That's what happened. And also, I really don't want you to focus on getting back at him. I want you to focus on moving on and being you. Firstly, after that incident, did you go for a checkup? I mean, STDs, STIs, pregnancy, a lot. Prioritize your well-being, prioritize your mental health. I'm not saying all this because it's easy to do. No, I'm saying because I know it's not easy to do at all. But your focus here shouldn't be trying to get back at him. He can be punished in whatsoever way. But your priority here, number one, should be you, your health, your safety, and your sanity. If, because not all families are the same, if you talk to your grandmom and you confide in her, talk to your mom, it might help you feel better. Speaking helps. Speaking really helps. So try, prioritize yourself, and trust me, in one way or the other, karma, as they say, is a bitch. This guy is eventually going to be punished or whatsoever. But for you, I just want you to take it easy on yourself, trust me, because I can only but imagine what is going through your mind. I want you to take it easy on yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't feel bad. Don't hit hard on yourself. Love yourself the more. Like I said, try to go for checkups to be sure, to be fine, that you're okay, and give yourself time to heal. Eventually, you're going to be fine. Like I said, you're not alone. There are people who are out there whom your story will probably inspire, depending on how you're going to handle it. So just stay strong, pray, ask God to heal you, because trust me, it's not easy. Ask God to heal you, to give you peace, and let's see how life goes. Take care of yourself. I don't know you, but I love you, and God loves you most.
I think we are going to really give an applause. An applause
This is a lot of.
for SB, because she has
Take
said
your
so-
accolades.
Yeah, she has
Not
said so many
receive it.
things in this voice message, and I feel like this is going to go a long way to every other person who might have gone through this same situation. Maybe you've been taken advantage of, or you've been raped, or had sexual intercourse without your consent. I think this letter or this voice letter should come to you from with a heart full of love, for you to understand that you are not alone. I think SB is talking to you, or she's telling you that she loves you and that you should take care of yourself. And one of the most important things she said here is that you should tell somebody who is trustworthy should, because like we always tell you at the start of the show, a problem shared is a problem half solved. The moment you start talking about it, first of all, you're helping yourself to be much more relieved. Like it releases the trauma or the depression that this experience could give you. So SB is saying that you should pray about it,
Pray.
and do take care of your mental health.
And don't
Take
forget
care
to
of
do
your
your
sanity.
checkups too.
Yes.
They're very, very important.
Yes, I think she's now like the third person who's talking about checkups. We had Chomba Boy, we also had Kimpo, I think. Yes, who spoke about you checking up, and now we have SB who's telling you the same thing. We really hope you did.
We have a call on
okay, we
line.
have another call on the line. Hello.
Yeah, girls should be very careful. You know that so many men out there are predators.
Yeah.
So you should be very careful.
Okay.
Thank you, Chomba
Thank you
Boy.
so much, Chamba Boy.
Thank you. A man is coming out from the mouth of a man, not a woman. That women should be
Let them
careful.
not say we are biased.
Exactly. I'm glad that it's Chomba Boy who came and spoke. He has said it out plain and loud that many men out there are predators. So in everything you are doing, please
And
use your
many
sixth sense as a
men
lady.
men too should be careful, because I've heard of so many rape cases of men themselves that are they are being raped by men and even women. Yes.
Men be raped by men.
Yes, it happens. We're in a very, very crazy society, so we should all be
My
very
goodness.
careful. You don't know when your drink can be spiked, and then the next you wake up somewhere that you don't even know where you are. So we just have to be very careful. When you leave a place, you're going to the bathroom, you come back, don't drink the drink. If it was an open drink, don't drink
Just
it anymore.
forget it, yeah.
Unless you're with trustworthy people. Even though these days one cannot really trust.
Even though these days the
people.
person who even hurt you comes from those trustworthy
Exactly.
people that you keep at heart
It's just to pray, because at the end of the day, God is the one who is in control.
and watching
Like,
over us.
yeah.
Okay, we had another reaction from Headache, and
Okay.
Headache says, "Hi, beautiful princess.
Hi, Headache. Happy New Week.
Happy New Week to you. Thank you for reaching out to us." He goes on to say, "This is Headache from Kwabang. For me, I would just tell her to go to the hospital after. If nothing, my sister, keep it to yourself. Don't go and spoil your name. Police will only take after all. Man don't know everything. Police will only take after all. Man don't know everything." I don't know what the police. Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to say. What would the police take? Money, or are they just going to take advantage of her, like mock her? I don't understand what you're trying to say here. But he's
Especially that
advising that.
evidence, like we were saying.
Yeah, but what I think the most important thing in his message is that you should do your checkup, and
your
don't
checkup.
talk about it in case you see you're not infected, you have no problem with your health. Then you should keep quiet about it. That's what Headache is saying.
Okay, we have another message here. It is Daniel from Esasi. Daniel says he made use of your weakness and slept with you. You really want to get back with such a man? I think Daniel misunderstood the message or the problem of today. She said she wanted to get back at the man, not get back with the man.
Yeah, get back at him.
Yes.
Get back at him as in they say vengeance
Revenge.
is of the Lord, but she wants to take her own. She wants to do the vengeance herself.
They say the vengeance of the Lord is tomorrow. I'll do my own today. That's what some people always say. So
Patience, patience.
Daniel goes on to say he doesn't respect the fact that you live with your parents and you're not supposed to be out late. He knew you were drunk. Maybe he didn't drug you and still went ahead to take you to his place and slept with you instead of taking you back home, or at least not making use of your weakness. So many red flags already. I think you should avoid him at all costs, cut links with him, stay calm and move on. You might tell either your grandmother or mother, choose one you're really comfortable with and closer with. If none of them, then tell a sister or family member or relative that you feel free with and share things with them. Let the family members advise you. There's another person that is still going with telling a family member, because they feel like family members are closer to you. They can have a one-on-one talk with you, because it's always different when you're talking to somebody physically. They can better understand you, or they can better see and get how you're feeling. So I think that's what Daniel is trying to say. Thank you so much, Daniel, for your message, and shout out to everybody at Mesasi,
Thank you.
the map of Cameroon. You guys will never meet. It's as simple as that. Thank you for your message, Terrence.
We have a a story here from Kimpo.
Okay.
Kimpo is narrating a story, a similar story. She says she had
experience.
a friend. She said she had a neighbor who died some time ago because of the same issue. She was drugged and raped. Then when she reported to her mom, they took legal actions, and the family of the guy was fined a certain amount to be paid to the girl's family for the damages. After a long week of heated argument between the girl's family and the guy's family paid the money but spoiled the money, so the girl suffered and went through severe pain and then later on died. Jesus Christ. What? I mean, this is bad. This is really bad. Like, how would you know that your son has raped a lady? You're fined a certain amount of money. You go and spoil that money. You come and give her to die. I mean, like, how do you do?
People are just heartless.
I forgot we are in Africa.
No, people are just heartless, and they always say that maybe bring new technology into the world, they were using it to kill people. After the injustice that your child has done to another person's child, you go ahead to kill them. Now that is not nice. Well, we're happy that you were not in that situation, and this is why we're even avoiding that's why you see most people saying that keep it to yourself and try to heal, because it might generate into something that other people will come in.
Because I'm trying to imagine if this girl had not maybe taken legal actions, she would have been alive today. I think what happened to her was really cruel. Sorry, Kimpo. Thank you first of all for sharing that kind of a story with us, and sorry for your loss. We know it's your neighbor. Sorry to that neighbor's family. I mean, it's really saddening.
Yes, the fact that you knew them just meant that you were close to them. It doesn't really matter. But thank you very much for the message and the experience. Like we said, when you share personal experiences, it actually helps the people to know that maybe they've been in your situation and they will probably get out of the situation first. No one knows. Tell your grandma what has happened. Secondly, no matter how your mother will feel or react, what has been done has been done. No one knows the past born. Number 3, as for what you should do to the boy, forgive him and move on with your life. There's no amount of hate you will have for him that will change what he has done. Keeping him at heart with negative thoughts will equally keep you hostage, and you will find it difficult to move on and even love or trust anyone again. Moral lesson: 90% of relationships today are built on sex, and if you don't want a relationship or you're not prepared for a sex relationship,
Don't get into it.
avoid engaging in certain romantic relationships. And if you go out, be very vigilant, careful and smart. Don't trust anyone, most especially someone who is expecting a lot from you and you are not giving.
He will take one day by force. I feel like this is how this guy. The
Yes,
fact that
he must have mentioned it.
The fact that he went out of town, I'm sure he was regretting. And then the moment he saw it, he was like, "Wow, the
Another
has come
opportunity."
again." Well, this is. We have another
Just
reaction
grab
here.
another one.
We have another message from Blessing. She's also
Okay.
sharing the story. She says it's a traumatic experience. One of my friends had the same experience some time ago, except that she wasn't friends with the guy. It's her roomie.
Oh my
Her
god.
roomie's best friend. I think her roommate's
Yes,
best
best
friend. The guy was crushing on her, and according to her roommate, he was a nice guy. So the guy asked her on the ice. All she woke up was all she remembers is that she woke up on his bed. She didn't want to tell us, but the effects on her were very clear, and we could see that after a long time they started dating.
What?
Because actually the guy was a nice person, but he was going through a lot too, and maybe. So in this case, my goodness. So in this case, I don't know. It's better you tell your granny. She'll find a better way to tell your mom. Mind you, you might even need the hospital. It's not easy to say, but in my opinion, you should try. Oh my goodness. This girl's own case, the guy ended up dating. Chumba Boy said.
That's why I just wanted to go back to Chumba and
So
say that at the
Chumba
end
Boy
of the
said,
day, maybe
he
he said it wrongly, but in a way,
He said you should go back to his house and visit him and see how he reacts. That's what Chumba Boy says.
don't go back to that house, my dear. You go back, you might not even come back with your life this time around.
No, I think you should ask that both of you meet with what I've read here. It depends. Maybe your guy was a nice person. We really don't know. So why
I
not
know
have
from the
another
start.
encounter?
From the start, she said she ran out of the house while the boy was in the shower. So maybe he didn't even have time to explain himself or to say anything related to what happened. Maybe something happened or he was going through something.
I think you should
we
not
really
just
don't
conclude
know.
on him, but you should not conclude on him like that. You should meet him and have a talk, preferably in a public place, please, so that it should not repeat itself.
Yes.
Because if you
So
carry
not
this
go out
matter
of
to the
hand.
police and you see that this is the second time, They will not even take you serious because you are the one carrying your legs to his
Oh my
house.
god.
You
Oh my
understand?
god. Maybe you can even go to his house to go and if we're entering detective mode, I've been waiting that somebody should bring a detective mode, into the scene today. We have a
Nobody
lot of
has.
detectives on this here. I don't know what's happening
Nobody
today.
has.
The people are very, very cold. I don't know if it's the cold afternoon or what. But then again, I would advise, like personally, coming personally from me,
Mhm.
but not in a violent way.
Okay.
Yes.
We have another message here. Okay, this person says, "My sister, it's not the end of life. Move on after hospital. If you can, don't call people. It will only spoil your name and trust on you. Headache. Thank you, headache. Headache is
Thank you
saying
so
that you should
much,
make sure that you
Headache.
should go to the hospital and move on. Because truly life has not ended. When there's life, there is hope. Yes, it has
Yes.
happened, but it is the past. You can move past it. I mean, with everything SB has said, I believe that if you want us, we can send this voice message to you so that you can keep listening to it so that it can
Yes.
uplift your spirit. Thank
And
you
like I
so
was
much.
saying about the detective mode thing,
Yeah.
you can simply start a conversation with the guy on phone or maybe go out with them in public,
Mhm.
put a recorder or something if you're looking for proof, like
Yeah,
to
exactly.
pin them down or the proof
see if he
to
was
take to the
really
police station.
genuine or he
Yes,
was
to see
actually
that
very
you can
pissed.
write messages and prompt him to talk so that you guys talk about it and talk about everything that happened. You can use it as evidence against him if he was actually doing it with a wicked heart. But if he explains things and you actually understand that he was going through something, then the ball is in your court.
Okay, so your pet of Berry has told you. I think this is a means for you to get evidences in case you realize that he was actually really, really raping you like he's a bad person. It's going to help
Mhm.
you help you gather evidences in case you file a case against him. Thank you so much for trusting us with your problem.
Let's take the last message for the day. Terence just
Okay.
sent in a message.
Alright.
The Terence says, "It's Terence. You gave him your number, but you may be angry he slept with you when you had not prepared it. Just love him so, my sister."
Ah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Terence. Thank you.
Thank you to everybody that has contributed today. It was a really, really
that
great
was the last
show.
message for today. Wow,
Thank
I'm
you.
baffled.
Very, very much baffled. I'm even
Really,
speechless.
really. She should
At
just
this
love
point.
him like that. Terence, you're lucky that we have come to the end of this show. I don't know if we should carry this on to the next show for tomorrow, but then we'll have another problem to trust. Thank you so much for trusting us with your problem. For you who has been following up the program, we want to say thank you. We have come to the end of Judging Affairs for today. And like we said to you who is in distress, the ball and the ball is in your court, the yam and the knife are in your hands, so you have the final decision. But please take care of your mental health and go back to the hospital and check yourself to make sure you're very okay. So see you tomorrow at the same time, same frequency for us to trash another problem.
And don't forget, we have other programs coming up, so don't tune out. The Guma will start 4 p.m. and after work at 5 p.m. See you tomorrow.
Je veux aussi que le jet ton papa et toi. On est dans des grosses têtes.